Have you ever looked at your life goals? Maybe it's starting that ministry God placed on your heart, breaking free from debt, building a healthier lifestyle, or just crawling out of a season of spiritual dryness, and felt completely overwhelmed? Like the mountain is just too high, you don't even know where to start. You're not lazy, you're not faithless, you're just stuck. And if that's you today, first take a deep breath. You're not alone. We often get paralyzed by the size of the dream or the weight of the struggle. We wait for a grand revelation, for the right time, for a burning bush or an angelic visitation. But what if I told you that your biggest breakthrough, your supernatural shift, might not begin with a giant leap, but with a small, almost unimpressive step of obedience? Today I want to talk to you about a powerful kingdom principle: small obedience, big breakthroughs. Let's talk about the next right step. You see, the enemy loves to trap us in the illusion of all or nothing. He whispers, "You're too far behind, you don't have enough resources, you missed your window." So instead of moving, we wait. If I had more money, I'd start. If I felt more anointed, I'd preach. If I was more confident, I'd obey. But here's the truth: God rarely hands us the whole picture. He invites us into partnership, step by step, waiting for everything to align before we act. That's not faith, that's fear in disguise. The way God moves is progressive. Creation wasn't built in a day. The Israelites didn't conquer the promised land in one battle. Even Jesus grew in wisdom and stature, as we see in Luke chapter 2, verse 52. Proverbs 4, verse 18 says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day." Faithfulness in the small is the testing ground. Luke 16, verse 10 reminds us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Are you praying for financial breakthrough but neglecting stewardship of the little you have? Are you crying out for a ministry platform but ignoring the opportunity to serve behind the scenes? Obedience creates momentum. Each act, no matter how tiny, is like pushing a spiritual snowball down a hill. What starts small begins to grow, and soon you're moving in God's rhythm. Let me show you how this principle unfolds in the Word. Naaman, a respected general, was struggling with leprosy. Elisha's solution? Dip in the muddy Jordan not once but 7 times. Naaman was honestly insulted at first, but when he humbled himself and obeyed, instant healing. Sometimes your pride might actually be blocking your breakthrough. The Widow of Zarephath. Her story is found in 1 Kings chapter 17. She had just enough for one last meal. Then Elijah comes and asks for a cake first. Logic said, "Protect your child," but faith said, "Obey the prophet." Her obedience triggered supernatural provision for the entire famine. Sometimes your last is actually God's beginning. Peter and the disciples. Luke chapter 5. They fished all night and caught nothing. Then Jesus said, "Cast your nets on the other side." It didn't make sense at all. But they obeyed. The result? A catch so big their nets broke. You don't need more effort, you just need precise obedience. So, what do you do when you feel stuck? Here's how you break the paralysis. First, ask the Holy Spirit. Lord, what is my next right step? Not 10 steps, just one. Second, break it down. Don't say write a book. Say write 100 words today. Don't say pray for an hour. Say sit with God for 2 minutes in silence. Don't say start a ministry. Say serve one person today. Third, obey immediately. Don't wait until you feel ready. Faith isn't about feelings, it's about trust. And fourth, celebrate every act of obedience. Each one is a seed, and your seeds are building momentum toward your destiny. Let me leave you with this. Stop waiting for the leap. Start moving in steps. Your next chapter, your breakthrough, your destiny, it doesn't begin with fireworks. It begins with a whisper from the Holy Spirit and your willingness to obey. So what's your next right step? Ask God, listen, then move. Faithfully, boldly, humbly. If this word stirred something in your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who's stuck, and make sure you subscribe to the Warriors Tribe for more content to fuel your faith walk. And remember, small obedience, big breakthroughs. This is how warriors rise.